Let's just say that SaaS founder assumptions around cold emailing in general are very negative. They're not good because you all have your SaaS founder hats on and you haven't put your marketing hats on yet. What good is your SaaS if it's got no users? So this video is going to break limiting beliefs around cold outreach and especially cold emailing to get users for your SaaS. So that's my introduction, and here I have a bunch of spam, which is not what we're doing. We are not trying to spam. The only way that cold email works is if you are providing value. But hey, look, here's some SaaS founder thoughts around cold emailing. So this guy that I'm talking to says, cold emails make me feel queasy. That's something I need to work on. So he doesn't like the idea of cold emails, but he knows this is something that I need to work on to be successful. And that's the case with a lot of SaaS companies. They don't want to do cold outreach. But guys, nearly every type of outreach at first is cold. Let's say you're in the coffee shop getting a coffee. Somebody walks up to you and starts talking to you who you didn't know before. That was a completely cold introduction, okay? Completely cold. So guys, you have to just reframe your thoughts around this and stop these limiting beliefs around cold emailing to get users, okay? Another person, I posted on a forum yesterday, I posted this cold emailing guide. I'll put the link to that down below, but this person says, develop your critical thinking. Even if you get a 5% reply rate, which is the average reply rate, that still means you've spammed lots of others who haven't asked to receive your emails. The end of cold emails will be cold email. Is that something you want to keep doing and stimulate others to do? And the answer is absolutely. Cold email is so incredibly important, and cold email will never die. As long as emails are alive, cold email will never die. Okay, cold email is extremely, extremely useful. So, we got this person here. Yeah, don't listen to them. You're fine. That's honestly a ridiculous take. This guy knows what's up. This guy's based. All right. Cold email is a standard practice, and it's one of the only ways you're going to grow an early business outside of referrals from your existing network. So yeah, guys, if you don't have an existing network, if you don't have existing content, cold outreach is the way to grow. And everyone in the marketing world will tell you that. Everyone that does marketing will tell you that. But in the software world, it's this thing that they don't want to touch, like this evil cold email thing. I don't want to touch that, right? So here's the thing. You may not understand exactly what cold email is. I'm sure you have beliefs around what cold email is, but you may not have a super good idea of it. I didn't have a good idea of what cold email really was for a long time. I had the exact same beliefs. I thought it was spam. I thought it was crap. I thought it was terrible. I would see things like cold email has a 1% success rate, or like a 0.01 or 0.1% success rate. And I was like, why would I do that? Why would I waste time on cold email? But the thing that you don't think about here is volume. Volume with cold email is everything. You won't have any success if you don't have volume. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of an example of this here. Let's say that you found 1,000 people in your target market, in your target niche, that you want to email to tell them about your stuff, to tell them about what you have, right? Okay, so we're going to assume that your open rate is 30%. So 300 of those people are opening that email. Now we're going to assume that you're getting an average reply rate of 5%. Look, the first email that you send out could hit a 5% reply rate if you follow the proper email sending principles. So we're going to say 50 of those people replied. Now we're even going to say whether this was a positive reply or a negative reply. We're going to make this terrible assumption that only 15% of those were positive. It should be a lot more than that, but we're going to say 7.5 of those people gave us a positive reply, and we booked them on a demo, and we were able to book 5.6 people. So we were able to put 5 of those people on a demo, and let's say we had a 20% close rate. So we got one close out of 1,000 total emails. Now you may be thinking, holy cow, that's a 0.1% close rate. That's terrible. Now, here's the thing: you probably have you have access to tens of thousands of people in your niche that want your stuff, and this right here does not include follow-ups. So you want to include a minimum of 3 follow-ups if they didn't respond. As soon as they do respond, stop cold emailing them. But if they didn't respond, they may have just not seen what you're sending, and you want to send a follow-up the next day. There's a certain follow-up sequence that you want to follow, and we could probably get 3 or 4 closes out of this 1,000 if we follow up, or even more. So following up is very important. And look, guys, this did not cost us anything to set up. This didn't take any advertising. This was completely free. Now, obviously, you're still going to think, well, my SaaS only costs $30 a month. How is this supposed to make me any money? And the answer is, if you're using cold email, unless your main goal is to just tell people about what you have and make sure that your industries are aware of this, which that alone is going to be very, very good, very positive. If you're actually using the cold email to immediately make an income from your SaaS product, what you're going to want to sell is some sort of a high ticket product. So maybe your $30 a month subscription is an annual subscription that you're selling, and each one of these nets you $300 on annual. That's a very good way to do it. Maybe you have a specific way that you can present your SaaS company's solution so that you can sell it in a high ticket way and make several thousands of dollars. That's what my clients have done, is they've turned their SaaS into this low ticket product, this $30 a month product. But then on the enterprise end of things, we have some very high ticket products there that could be, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, maybe even $10,000 a year or a month. So you want to think about those high ticket opportunities in growing your SaaS company. So I think that's the best summary of what actually is cold email. Why is it good? Because it's going to get awareness to your target market for completely free or mostly free with the tools that I'm going to show you. There's a little bit of a cost to it, but you don't have to spend a whole lot to make this work. So how to set up cold email the right way. In my opinion, right now, the best cold email guide is on instantly.ai. That's the tool that I use for cold emailing. They have this free guide. They've got live coaching, setting up your niche and offer, setting up the cold emails, finding the leads, copywriting, setting up the campaigns, optimizing, and sales. They've got this whole guide. It's a fantastic guide. I've got a really short guide here for finding the emails. There's free ways to do it and there's paid ways to do it. You can use Google Maps if you're targeting some sort of physical business. Google, just searching up on Google, creating a list of emails, using free online databases, such as, if you search up realtors in your area, you're going to find a ton of databases that have a list of all of the realtors, their emails, and even their phone numbers. For paid versions, we've got Apollo and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I've heard of people having really, really good success with LinkedIn Sales Navigators, 15% reply rate. Personally, I use Apollo, but I want to switch soon. Setting up the emails. So you're going to need to set up domains that are very similar to your main domain, but you want to set up these domains just for cold emailing. Again, instantly.ai has a great guide on that. When it comes to writing the emails, there's just a couple of very simple principles that I follow. Have a very personalized icebreaker. Your emails cannot feel like spam. If they feel like spam, if it feels like you've sent the same email to more than one person, you will likely not get a reply. Okay, these need to be very personalized. Luckily, there's tools that allow you to easily personalize these, using things like their name, their company name, their position in the company, things like that. So again, another thing, less is more. If I try to keep all of my cold emails to 3 sentences or less, and that's because who in their right mind who is sending cold emails would only send 3 sentences, right? It doesn't make any sense. So that's what I want them to think, because that's going to instigate a reply, because they're going to believe that I sent this to only them. So that's how you do cold email the right way. Now you want to describe the pain that they're having, and you want to bring them that solution. You can do both of these in one sentence. And then you want some kind of a call to action, whether you want them to respond to it, check out your stuff, maybe check out a blog post that you did, maybe check out your website, or you want them to forward that email to someone else in their company who that email is going to make the most sense for. Now, it can be difficult to keep these emails organized, your contacts organized, responses organized, book meetings organized. So you may want to use a CRM. HubSpot is one of my favorite CRMs. You can tie in a lot of things with there. You can also use Go High Level. That's a really good solution. I actually work with a white labeled version of Go High Level called leadstack.ai. I can get you a really good deal on that. So I'll throw a link to that in the description. And then there's also free methods. You can use ClickUp with some modifications, and then you can even use Google Sheets. I love using Google Sheets for any kind of CRM database that I have when I'm first getting started and there's no real income. Google Sheets is an absolute lifesaver for so many things that you do. So yeah, guys, I hope that kind of broke some of these limiting beliefs around cold emailing for you. And I really hope that you start using cold email in your software business to scale. This is super valuable. If you ever need help, you can always reach out to me. I'm in Discord. Thanks.